evening, and welcome to another edition of Achievement Hunters. I am Dragons, and yes, I'm actually achievement hunting in a game that isn't The Evil Within. Okay, I am playing Deus Ex Human Revolution, and I'm actually going for an achievement I really wasn't sure if I was going to try for. Let me explain.
And by the way, watch yourself. If you go and choke on unlawful belligerence like you just did in front of the wrong guy, you might join him in lockup. So shut up and keep watch. Who's there?
Alright, Adam on his way to... hold on.
You're overreacting. There's nothing here.
Okay. Adam, in his attempt to find the missing scientist, boarded the... things... I can't remember how to pronounce it, but he got on a ship in China. And he was caught. He was put into an EMP chair that reset all of his AUGs. The challenge is to get through this entire mission, which was originally a separate DLC for Deus Ex, for Human Revolution, without upgrading any of the AUGs.
What's that?
Oh my god, they...
I think it came from around here.
You see anything?
Huh?
Damn it. Yeah, this part you don't have any AUGs anyway, other than your takedown and your basic hacking. I originally was not going to do this achievement because this mission drives me nuts enough when I'm doing this.
You didn't hear that?
To have to not use the few upgrades I get access to.
Huh? Stop right there!
Oh, right, he went to the other wall. The thought of doing that was kind of frustrating, but, it's the only achievement left for me to get a perfect game in Human Revolution, so we're gonna try it again. This will be in pieces, because...
It came from around here.
You see anything? Holy shit! What's that?
As you can see, even this part's pretty tough, and this is a part where you can't have any upgrades anyway. And there's a part where you have to deal with robots and lasers that you can't turn off.
What's that?
Thank God they go towards the sound of the box.
I think it came from around here.
Okay, good. This guy went on this wall. Don't turn around, don't turn around. Woo! This mission was hard enough on the no-kill achievement, so I probably won't no-kill and no AUGs. But like I said, this is the only achievement I have left for a perfect game on Steam in Human Revolution. I'm like, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. Like I said, it's gonna be in pieces because even when I'm able to do the few upgrades, this takes a while. And I'll have to be extra careful. The reason I look funny is they took all my gear and, the vest Adam's wearing a lot of times is, his armor, which I will get in a few minutes. Like I said, the reason I wasn't going to do this is... Oh, right, my number key's off. Forgot. It's really hard and frustrating, but I've literally got almost 300 hours logged in Deus Ex. Human Revolution, that is, just Human Revolution. So, we're gonna give this a shot. I'm mostly just wanting him out of the way of the camera.
Clear landing pad for liftoff. Rifleman bank station control confirmed.
Did he have a pocket secretary? He did. Laser grid number, that's what I need. Why can't I use my number pad? Because my number pad, to turn the number pad on and off, that's actually my record and not record key.
Holding for dog confirmation.
Oh, I turned this, alright, off my mic. Alright. I will try to make this not boring, as sneaky as it is. I keep having to do sneak achievements. I really gotta change that.
Thrusters fall back, slowing to 5 knots.
Yeah, he was being interrogated by a Commander Burke and a Lieutenant, I can't remember how to pronounce her name. Keitner. And
Adjusting main ballast tanks.
they
Dropping
found
down
you because
2
you
meters.
got into a hibernation pod, and I guess the software for keeping track of the pods, and I'll explain that more once we see them again,
She said stay here, so we stay here. Orders are orders.
detected somebody that shouldn't have been there. And they wake you up
Clear landing pad for
and,
liftoff.
well, beat the shit out of you.
Rifleman bank station control confirmed.
And take you into custody. And while you're in custody, they're beating the shit out of you even more. That's why Adam looks all screwed up.
Fuck you.
Thrusters fall back, slowing to 5 knots.
One of the problems, even with having passwords with this, is such as you can't access things that are higher. Like, I won't be able to turn off robots, but one thing at a time. I've started not reading all of these, but most of them are just superfluous. I think I used it right. This is from the person who helped me, who at this moment Adam thinks is Pritchard, even though the person can't get through. He turned off the chair and the camera, and these are the instructions I'm finding. If you're reading this, it means you're still alive. Good. Let's try and keep it that way. I was able to acquire all of your equipment, but you won't find much ammunition on the boat. As for your augmentations, the Praxis kit should have you up and running again like new, or very close to it. Take a moment to collect yourself, but don't waste time. We are on a very tight schedule, and a lot is riding on your survival.
Adjusting main ballast tanks. Dropping draft 2 meters.
Yeah. Thankfully, with this game, there's, I'm putting my gear back on. One moment.
Pritchard, is that you?
I'm unlocking the door to the...
You're breaking up.
Find the CIC.
And this is the only Praxis stuff I have. I have my basic radar system, which will not pick up anything until I notice it. My standard info link, hack and capture, I have the ability to hack to level 1, or capture level 1, and turn off cameras. That's all I can do. 2 batteries, Sentinel health system. What's my only upgrade? It's just the prosthesis itself, and then that's just the HUD. Now, this isn't going to come into play later, but there's a decision I'm going to have to make that without without certain AUGs, it's really, really hard to do.
Confirmed.
But, despite the fact that, yeah, it's another sneaking mission, I'm gonna see if I can do it.
2 meters.
The reason I don't like this mission very much is...
Unstable load detected.
When you're playing on... That was lucky. When you're playing on hard mode, and all of a sudden all your AUGs are gone, it can be kind of tricky. Am I going the right way? Oh, now it's showing me the... Okay.
Stasis pod failure imminent. Manual re-initiation of stasis pod life support needed. Stasis pod O2 saturation levels increasing. Service oxygen.
Can I jump this safely? Yes. I think I can do this safely. Yeah. The stasis pod has been damaged, or at least the control module has been damaged. I need a new battery for it. Excuse me. Come on. I don't need that. Ugh, it's on the wrong side. Alright, what's the deal with all these stasis pods? Well... Okay. I'm gonna assume if you're watching this, you've seen Human Revolution, or at least most of it. Bell Tower has been basically kidnapping people for experiments. You don't quite know this yet, but you have some suspicions. Based on the stuff that Tong told you about taking people off his streets and giving him choice AUGs to look the other way. Do I need to be down here at all? No. Okay. I, for some reason, thought there was something in this thing over here. I don't need to be here yet, right now. And he says, where this boat goes, maybe you find your scientists. So, you get on the boat. You tell Pritchard you'll be offline for a few days. Horizontal. And go to sleep. What these people are being used for? You'll see. It's not pretty. Alright. I think this is where I need to be. Yep. Now, what OGs do I usually go for? Well, higher jumping, my, lifting more, hacking more, and, I forget exactly what they call it, but in Ghost in the Shell it'd be thermoptic camo. Oh, having some lag. This game is at least forgiving in the fact that, you have quick saves. Not sure how I'm gonna handle some of this other stuff, but from experience I know the less I'm detected, the easier it is at one specific point. The nice thing is you got your weapons back, so you have at least your upgraded weapons. Now, the other reason I wasn't originally going to do this achievement is I thought you had to play the whole game without upgrading a single AUG, and I was just not looking for that level of challenge.
Down. Now that the brass is flying back to the base, I guess we'll be talking soon.
Wasn't soon enough for Burke. Bastard couldn't wait the couple hours we held position. Had to fly out and see the stowaway for himself. And bring Keitner.
I don't think it was his choice. I'll bet she had to talk pretty hard to be included. Base commander or not, she doesn't carry much weight with Burke and his spec ops.
Well, I hope she learned what she needed to down in the hold, because once Burke gets this Joker in detention, no one will be hearing from him anytime soon.
Good. I was there when we found him. Took out 5 guys before we could subdue him. So I'm not going to be losing any sleep over it. At least we'll finally be locking up someone who deserves it.
Hey, watch what you're saying. We do not talk about the detainees. You know that. Shut up.
Again, more on the detainees when I get to where I'm going, which is going to be a bit. Hopefully I can get through this guy fast enough. Come on. Come on, that's not the funny way to take those guys out. A lot of sneak achievements. I know I mentioned that before, but hope there's no sneak achievements in System Shock. Good lord, that would be impossible. I love the, like, regular size life rings, but these, almost all these guys are in, like, some serious armor. Like, would that help the dude I just dragged? Credit shits, which I don't really need, since in the rest of the game I don't need to buy a Praxis kit. And hey, I don't have to buy them this time either. There are going to be some parts that I honestly don't know how I'm going to do yet, but I guess that's part of the fun with this, doing this achievement, is I can't just do it the same way I've done it literally a dozen times, if not more. No, I don't need to get these guys, so I might not. but I'm gonna
Did
see.
you see those bastards? God, I hate them.
You have to admit it, they're tough sons of bitches, especially Burke. He doesn't look it, but the guy must be 60, and I still wouldn't want to mess with him.
Spare me. Are you afraid he'll hypnotize you or something? Get rid of his Augs and he's just another old man. Same with all those spec-op assholes. They're nothing without their augments.
Maybe, but you can't say they aren't effective. I heard rumors about what they did at the pirate town off New Guinea. Scorched.
I don't think that's ever addressed. Ooh. It's broken limb time. I think just getting these guys around the corner is enough. Oop, I don't want the shotgun. I'll drop that in a second. Yeah, not being able to do any upgrades, my inventory is going to be limited, but that's okay. I'm going to dump a bunch of stuff in a hidey hole shortly. That. Oh, I should, sorry, the reason I keep standing up is in, the Evil Within C is holster. But C is crouch for Deus Ex. Playing these games at the same time can be kinda tricky. I don't think there's anything else I definitely need over here, but I'm gonna look. I know there's something I can hack. Well, I think I can hack it. There we go. Nope, I cannot. It's level 2. Alright, let's take a quick look at some of those. Your gear drop. And passwords and various ship stuff. I think there's dudes up there, but I really don't want to mess with them. I don't think I need to. Alright. I am so excited for Mankind Divided. I love this game so much. I have so much fun with it. I love the story.
Is the CIC laser array active? We've got to make sure everything's by the book from now on.
Affirmative. Everything
I had to go that far to trigger their dialogue.
I'm sure there's going to be a security procedures analysis once we dock. Command won't be happy with the breach.
Listen, the automated systems were activated. They detected a stowaway and we detained it. Simple. There's no security concern on this ship.
I think the concern is over who this guy is and what he's doing here. He sure didn't look like any pirate I've ever seen.
That's above our pay grade. Let the big heads discuss that.
I always did love the line, that's above our pay grade. Oh, take your time. Not like I'm planning on doing anything today. Now the tricky thing with this guy is that. Oh, whoops.
Is the CIC laser array active? We've got to make sure everything's by the book from now on.
Affirmative. Everything seems to be in order. The CIC is secure.
Sorry we gotta listen to this again. There's not a whole lot I can do. I'll save once they're done talking. Sorry about that.
Man won't be happy about the breach.
Listen, the automated systems were activated. They detected the stowaway and we detained it. It's simple. There's no security concern on
I find it a little disturbing that they have software to make sure that the people they're kidnapping, they don't have an extra person they're kidnapping.
above our pay grade. Let the big heads discuss that.
I mean, yeah, I know he's a stowaway, but... I might have to wait for him to go back and forth a few times. I do apologize for that. Bless you. Yeah, see, now I'd have enough time, but he'd see me. Oop, oop, oop. Might be lucky with where the camera was. Ugh. Oh, I lucked out. Whew. That is where I'm going. Rifleman Bank Station. Again, more on that later. Anyway, what I was saying about... See, this is the thing I hate with this guy. He shows up as dead. I think dragging his head over the lip of the door breaks his neck or something. So, it ends up counting as a death. Oh god, I can reload that from this position. I'm hoping it doesn't count against me. We'll find out. It's an ebook, I don't care. Ah, let me out. You know, I think if they get briefly hostile, it's okay, but if an alarm goes off, I'm not 100% sure. It's one of those things, like, I really don't know how that part works. I do like that you can see the cone of the vision of vision for the camera. And it looks like for some of the stuff for Mankind Divided, we'll be able to take out individual cameras without having to get to a security computer, which I personally will flip and love. Here we go. Ah, there we go. 6782. Ah! Engineering, laser grid outside the CIC. Okay, good. Snack, damage upgrade. I'm not gonna fuck with that, even if I did need it. I don't think I do. New game pluses for the way Deus Ex Human Revolution works is your AUGs carry over your equipment and upgrades. Equipment upgrades do not. But I suppose that makes sense. You don't want to make it too easy Though you can, like, do stuff on easy, and then, normal and then hard if you want. It isn't like, some other games where you can't do New Game Plus until you've done that level of it. I don't know if that'll be the same for Mankind Divided. I'm curious exactly what's going to happen for Mankind Divided. So, is there a camera? Stop. Yes, let's make as much noise as possible. Way to go, dragons.
Stabilizing fins deployed. Roll reduced to acceptable values.
Mid area 1011, southeast veering southwest. Thundery showers, moderate to good visibility, occasionally poor.
Okay.
Richard.
Francis Pritchard isn't going to be hearing you anytime soon, Breton. Not to know this close to the base is jamming a ray.
Who the hell are you?
Someone who's gone to a lot of trouble to make your escape look like accident. So far, your skill at playing the ghost is working in our favor. But it's only a matter of time before those around you realize you slipped a break. Get to the aft cargo bay. Find the sally port there and enter it. You're going to encounter more resistance. But the longer you stay undetected, the better off your future will be.
This is in-game actually true.
Rifleman Bank Station, bearing R337.
X-ray 9er, north 7 to severe gale 9. Heavy storms, good visibility, becoming poor in showers, moderate icing.
Alright, I believe the last
Unsettled weather affecting
hurdle I'm gonna go through is getting out here.
Nothing else has been reported.
Good. We can stay in the CIC and monitor the docking. Then we'll check out the damage and help Burke's guys transfer the stowaway.
I see forecast for mid area 1011, southeast veering southwest. Thundery showers, moderate to good visibility, occasionally poor.
I gotta see where these guys are going. Because I want to get into that, fence.
12 south between 90 and 142.
I am covered.
Coast, occasional rain, visibility moderate or poor.
Stabilizing fins deployed. Roll reduced to acceptable values.
I can't believe that just worked. Okay. I gotta be careful, because there is a chance if I'm too far one way or the other, they can actually see me in here. It's happened once or twice. When I enter the Sally port, that'll determine if I've managed to stay undetected completely enough for how I play that part. Oh, stop looking this way. Thank you. Alright, do I go down here or down? I can't remember which way I'm going, so I might be reloading real fast. But I think this is what I want. Yep, this is what I want. Ugh. Ugh, I apologize for my stupid sniffling. I thought my... Probably should have picked up a box first, but where's there we go.
You didn't hear that?
again with the sniffling. I'm so sorry.
Shit. I'm just freaking myself out. There's nothing here.
Oh, I might be in trouble.
What are you doing here?
See, usually it's the guy in armor who comes to look, and the guy who I just knocked out, he goes and plays on his phone.
You didn't hear that?
Oh, good. One thing I'll say for New Game Plus for Human Revolution, I swear sometimes it knows you're doing a New Game Plus for sections where you have to
Why am I jumping in shadows?
choose dialogue. What are you doing? Checking your shoe for turn the fuck around! My god, I just knocked out Cobra Commander. I'm a hero. Anyway, because I've honestly run into situations where, the places where you get dialogue prompts and you basically have to negotiate your way through certain situations, there are times on New Game Plus where no matter what I do, I can't win the conversation. It was actually kind of interesting to see. This game has huge replay value, and not just in the being able to play it better. I really love the story. There's going to be stuff you're not going to pick up the first time. Apparently this guy really likes League of Legends or whatever it is. Okay, that's closed. Anyway, I'm really excited for Mankind Divided. I apologize if I'm repeating myself. You run out of stuff to talk about when I'm doing these stealth things. In the original Deus Ex, there were branching options for dialogue and choices up until a certain point. Originally, there were going to be two distinct paths for the first Deus Ex. However, from what I remember being... Yes! Sorry, that just will never not be funny to me. I cannot remember if it was for game space or for time. Apparently I can't hit 9. 1094. It wasn't able to make it into the game. And the thing about that is you can either be loyal to your brother or to the organization you start with in the first Deus Ex, which is not Adam. This is technically a prequel. Or something like that. That and that. What's that? Don't care. But you hit a point where no matter what choices you've made before then, you have to help your brother. Now this has some, there are 3 distinct endings in the first Deus Ex. And there are different things to do it. This has 4 distinct endings, but your choices to get them don't happen until the very end. Anyway, still, you can have a lot of different dialogue choices, but with some minor exceptions, they don't have a lot of in-game consequences unless you, quote-unquote, lose certain conversations. Like, if you decide for getting into the morgue, if you want to talk to your old friend.
Aft and bow thrusters full back.
Instead of... Oop, did I let him go? I think I did. Oh, I did. He got caught. Instead of just sneaking in. However, you can actually very easily fail that conversation. He just gets pissed off that you're asking him for a favor and tells you basically to go to hell. And you have to actually sneak into the morgue. Okay, this is a level 2. And I'm pretty sure I don't have a password for this. And the really shitty thing is this has... Yeah. There's security cameras on there that I really wish I could turn off. But still, ultimately, even if you fail those
Docking bay confirmed.
dialogue choices, you can still beat the game with relative simplicity. Or, I should say, straightforwardness. For the trailers for Mankind Divided, especially the really long one, it's all units, settings. As for the codes for the grid control terminals on Deck 1 and 3 have been changed. Oh good, I hope that's the one that's nearby. It looks like your choices are going to have actually
Beginning final approach to Rifleman Bank Station.
Quite a few consequences, to the point where in some of the trailers, there's an area in a city that looks distinctly different. It looks fine, it looks not fine, it looks derelict. If you're curious, look for the Mankind trailer. I believe it's called 101. It's about 4 or 5 minutes long.
Securing bay doors. All personnel prepare for unloading.
And that's something that's actually hugely exciting for me, because I really wanted to know what would happen if I didn't help my brother. Oh, I can't go in there. It will kill me. In the first Deus Ex. And yes, you can play this without having played the first one, but it doesn't feel as good.
You ever wonder what they're doing with all these people?
These people are terrorists and war criminals and worse. What we're doing is locking them up so they don't kill innocent civilians. I don't feel sorry for any of them.
Really?
Beginning
So what's all
final
this bullshit
approach
about
to
calling them
Rifleman Bank
unlawful
Station.
belligerents? What does that even mean? It sounds like a made-up term to cover our asses.
What it means is you keep your mouth shut and you do what you're ordered to do. I believe what I'm told to believe. And if you had any brains, you'd do the same, unless you want to join the popsicles at Berg's detention wing.
One thing I will always love for Deus Ex games is being able to listen to the dialogue from different people when you're sneaking around, especially bad guys. Alright.
Aft and bow thrusters full back.
This is going to be tricky as hell. And I actually might not have wanted to jump in here. Crud. Oh, man.
Docking bay confirmed.
Camera does not reach as far as... Uh-oh. please don't see me, please don't see me.
Aft and bow thrusters full back.
Okay, if I can get to the spot I usually like to go to for this, I might actually be okay with this without my extra AUGs. Oh, they're all looking this way. And I cannot see crap.
Beginning final approach to Rifleman Bank Station.
Nothing. I need that guy that's over here to go away. Yeah, 4 guys plus the camera and I can't cloak. This sucks. I'll probably stop this installment once I make it to the Sally port.
Securing bay doors. All personnel prepare for unloading.
Okay, come on, come on. Alright. I'm doing pretty well for, not having my AUGs. What are you holding on to? Oh, lag! I don't care about your beer. Now, hopefully this will still work. Usually what happens is they all get alarmed, but one of them will come over here at a time. I wait for them to get closer, knock them out, drag them in, wait for my my battery to recharge. And do it again.
Docking bay confirmed.
Might actually have a shot at this. Holy cow. Oh, that, yeah, I need, this is for the, there's a laser grid, over the doors to get out of here. That was the thing I picked up from the one guy. Oh, good, I can reuse my box.
You didn't hear that?
I'm curious to see what kind of AI improvements we have for guards for Mankind Divided. If we're ever going to get a set of AIs where they realize that they were just talking to somebody, if they're going to notice vent covers open or anything like that.
I've had enough of this.
Aft and bow.
Did you never ask for this? I bumped the weapon. I bumped left mouse. You know, how much leeway are you gonna have with knocking guards out? Or, you know, if you take too long getting them all out of here, will one of them start to suspect? Because, I mean, it's not uncommon. 2 guys will be having a conversation. If you can separate them, you can knock one out, and the other guy just doesn't frickin' notice. So I'm really curious if they've upped the AI at all, or if, you know.
I think it came from around here.
Because for the AI for stuff like the Alien and Alien Isolation, from what I've seen, I have not played it, but I watched Krillin of Team 4-Star play it, which is pretty much like
Beginning final approach to Rifleman Bank Station.
and I've read some stuff on it. The alien AI learns, and it hears you, and the more you're doing stuff, even if you think you're perfectly fine, the more likely it's gonna find you, and it's gonna eat your face. So there's the capacity for that. Mankind Divided was delayed by several months, and honestly, I don't mind that, simply because it looks like they delayed it so the game could be better.
Aft and bow thrusters full back.
Alright, the camera is there. How far does it get? Ooh, it gets pretty far. But it getting pretty far means I have some time. So, we'll see how this goes.
Securing bay doors. All personnel prepare for unloading.
Alright. 6, 8, 3, 4. I want to wait until it's, gone back the other way before I try to get through the door.
Docking bay confirmed.
I know you've got a lot more of non-lethal weapons for Mankind Divided. There's some kind of Tesla something. Okay, more information time. Hold on.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject not recognized.
You're quite the ghost, Bratan. Let's see if I can keep it that way.
So, you're a hacker.
There's a maintenance tunnel in loading bay 1. Access through a floor panel. Get inside. Follow the cables, and try not to kill the person inside.
Access granted.
Which I'm actually really curious about, because it looks like they can knock people out from a long distance, and they don't seem to make as much noise as some other things, at least from what I've seen. Okay, here is where the big difference is, right here in the Sally port. If I had triggered an alarm, even if I had turned it off or whatever, on the ship, on the Heisensu, I think it's called, there would be guards here, and they would basically storm in here. At this point, they don't know I'm gone, so they're just kind of on routine patrol. The other thing that would be awake is some robots. Some more robots than I even want to deal with. So, I think this is a good place to stop, and I'm going to go into this cargo container. This would be a good place to come back next time, and thank you so much for joining me on Achievement Hunters. I think I can do this in a total of 3 installments. I'll break it up so hopefully we're not so bored. There is a lot to do. This is a long thing, which I know when it was originally released, people were pretty pleased with, since this was originally a DLC. In Human Revolution, for the release, when the game was first released, you got on the ship, time passed, you got off the ship. This was released later as a DLC called The Missing Link, which I thought was kind of cool, since this is Human Revolution, Human Evolution. And the missing link is the supposed link between humans and Homo sapien ancestors. I say supposed because whether I believe it or not, there's not proof. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I know, more sneaking around, but trust me, this is a little more interesting than TEW, because at least we get to hear a lot more dialogue. It's not just waiting to kill things. So, thanks for playing. Bye.